E aí pessoal, tranquilo? Eu sou o Yuri, seja bem-vindo a mais um vídeo do canal. Vamos aqui dar continuidade com o The Witcher 2, de onde a gente parou o último vídeo. Vamos... Primeiramente, começo aqui, vamos procurar o Lazota, que é o cara que vende as armaduras desse mapa. Essa armadura aqui é do primeiro mapa, a gente vai pegar a armadura do segundo mapa agora. Que isso? Acho que ele fica naquela lojinha ali que vende armas, provavelmente. Vamos lá falar com ele. É aqui que vende arma, né? É aqui mesmo. Mas ele aqui. Falei, Lazota. Ah, meu Deus, passei isso. Armadura Draug. Eu acho que é. Robusta. Meu, eu não lembro, velho. Mas eu acho que é traidor, armadura traidor. Deve ser esse aqui mesmo. Vamos ver se dá pra gente comprar o dinheirinho que a gente tem. Se não, a gente volta lá na farm e continua. Unicórnio negro. Essa espada de ferro. E essa espada de prata. Virgem. Quase não deu, meu Deus, pra fazer isso aqui. Como é que vai ser, hein? Nossa, isso é uma luta pra fazer. Eu nem sei se tem os ingredientes. Deixa eu pegar lá no meu baú os meus ingredientes, tudo. A gente aproveita e já vende as asas de arpia tudo aqui. Nossa, faltou couro, velho. Calça de couro, calça traidor. Faltou couro e couro. Ah, beleza. Beleza! Se eu soubesse faltar alguma coisa de arpia, tinha ficado pra mim. Falta couro taxado, fragmento de armadura. Fragmento de armadura Draugui. Onde é que eu acho isso? Pelo amor de Deus. Tá, não consigo fazer nada do traidor aqui. Unicórnio. Falta minério de prata, minério de ferro, tronco de árvore. O resto eu tenho. Beleza. Unicórnio negro. Ametista eu tenho, minério, meteoro azul, ferro, traidor, falta couro pesado, couro reforçado. Esse couro taxado. Nossa, eu vou me lascar, mano. Certeza eu vou me lascar a fazer isso. Tá. Seguinte, eu acho que eu perdi a chance de fazer essa armadura, tá? Infelizmente. Me falta um fragmento de armadura Draug. Alguma coisa assim. Deixa eu mostrar pra vocês. E sem esse fragmento não dá pra fazer nada. Então vamos continuar a missão, velho. Infelizmente. Sai. Deixa eu mostrar aqui logo. Tá faltando esse fragmento aqui. O resto é fácil de encontrar. Mas esse fragmento aqui, tá, eu tô apanhando pra achar ele, velho. Eu não sei onde é que ele dropa. Eu acho que ele dropa naqueles carinha do começo que eu não luteei, velho. Nossa. Por isso que eu acho que eu perdi a chance de pegar ela. E falta fazer a... Acho que é a espada, né? A espada virgem. Essa espada aqui. Me falta a minério de prata. Minério de prata é fácil. É só ficar resetando aqui, meditando até a lojinha dele resetar e comprar os material. Mas enquanto eu não tenho os materiais, vamos fazer missão. Vamos continuar aqui a maldição de sangue. Adquira a ponta da lança. Vamos ver onde é que tá essa ponta dessa lança. Tá aqui dentro. Ah, é o cara da relíquia. Esqueci. Putz, será que ele vende? Calma aí.
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.
Deixa eu ver se ele vende. Não vende. O bagulho do Draug não vende. Infelizmente. Que bosta. Fala comigo, tio.
I know you have the spear Yahan used to pierce Sabrina's heart.
I told you about that, and I thought the old freak was trying to forget the sins of his past.
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher. I last saw it a few years back.
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want knowledge, I want coin, and we both need help to get what we want.
How much?
What are your customary takings on a contract? I'll gladly accept but 1/2 of that.
The fate of your king depends on that spear.
All right, since you put it that way. You see, when Yahan lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear from the innkeeper. The donkey's ass pawned it in the inn. He drank like a fish. By then, Yahan had already hidden in the hills where no one dares to venture. Some call him the visionary, but in my book, he's just a nutter. Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplies the canteen said that some monsters hate the smell of fish oil. Yahan makes candles out of it.
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say I lost it in a dice game. Shame, because today it'd fetch a good price. I lost the spear to a soldier who later fought the squirrels in the forests of the Pontar Valley. He told me he'd used it to kill some Scoia'tael big shot. I heard the shaft cracked as if there'd been some fucking jousting tournament. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive. I heard he's now with that vixen from Edern. Some frigging commander. Elves are weird creatures. Who knows, maybe he still has that spearhead.
Yorvith.
You know him?
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others believe in them, that's what counts. They'll believe in anything that gives them hope. Soldiers shit their pants and throw up in fear before going into battle. If kissing a rusty nail gives them courage, then in my book, it works.
Where did you get these things?
Trying to compete with me? It's too good a business to share with others.
You know Yahan well?
He despises me now, but things used to be different. We were called up at the same time. We fought under Hensel together. But I managed somehow while he hated it. Why did they send him to that ferocious battle? He was the worst dumbass in the entire army, but he outlived the best soldiers. Covered in shit, piss, snot and tears, and still he survived. He cracked when they burned Sabrina. A beautiful end to a fucking beautiful day. Then he went to the dogs. He pissed away all he had on drink. I was the fool who followed him and brought everything he pawned around the inns. That's how I got the spear.
So long.
É bom. Falar com Death Mode. Deixa eu ver se algum desses carinha aqui vende. Esse é um vendedor. Cadê o outro vendedor? É esse cara aqui. Ué. Não entendi. Tá suave, tá suave. Esse aqui vende?
I am Myron. Geralt. provenance and profession known only to him. So be it. How can I help you?
I want to stock up on herbs and medicine.
Got a prescription?
A prescription?
I jest. We have supply shortages, so I can only sell you certain medicaments.
Geraldo de Rivia, o bruxeiro. Eu, hein? Língua de troll. Ele vende essas coisinhas bacanas, mas não vende o fragmento dragão. Ah, vamos falar com o Dead Mal. Esse nome não é estranho, velho. Oh, meu Deus, guarda esse padre. Será que o Death Mal vende? Ele vende os itens, né? Eu acho. É, não vende não.
Can you make anything out of these notes, sorcerer?
Where did you get them?
Unimportant.
And you've no notion what's in them?
Wouldn't be asking if I did.
They describe a very dangerous ritual, practically pure necromancy, the sort that gets you burned at the stake.
Be specific. What kind of ritual?
One to summon the soul of an evil man, a man evil enough to wander the world after death. Souls of this kind gladly enter into covenants in the hope of being sent into the beyond.
Why would anyone want to deal with evil?
The possible reasons are many. You'll always find people willing to sell their souls in exchange for something valuable to them. I'll gladly buy the scroll.
I thought necromancy was forbidden.
Oh, it is, but I'm an avid collector of manuscripts containing forbidden knowledge.
The manuscript is yours for the right price.
Peraí. Ah, deu missão fracassada? Eu nem vi, velho. Tá. Deixa eu falar com o Death Mal aqui. Vamos falar... pó mágico?
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. I've got to get through the mist, or I can't lift the curse.
I shall supply the white flag when you set out as our emissary. The lass is reputedly honorable. She'll welcome you, invite you to a feast, and with a bit of luck you may even plough her.
You're sick, Death Mold.
They say she's very pretty. Peasant girls not to your liking?
Not your concern.
In case the elves lack an understanding of diplomatic symbolism, please also take this armor. With His Majesty's blessing, I might add.
A king's concern can be boundless when his life depends on that of another.
I spent some time working on this recently. This little marvel will guide you through the fog and provide a measure of protection from the specters.
Thanks. Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Death Mold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you're here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
Learn anything new about the curse?
A mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
I think I know how to free the king from his curse.
Well then, let's get to work.
Can't do anything until I have the spear the soldier stabbed Sabrina with. Problem is, it's in the hands of a Scoia'tael commander named Yorvith.
I know this Yorvith. Are you certain this is the spear?
I last saw him back in Flotsam.
Yorvith is in Vergen, Witcher, along with most of the Scoia'tael from the area. They've joined that peasant girl's insurgency.
Yorvith part of a peasant uprising? It doesn't make sense.
There's only one way to confirm or disprove it. You must cross to the other side of the mist. What of the other artifacts? Do you know them all now?
Not yet.
In that case, you must wait until you've learned everything before crossing. It's a dangerous voyage, not one to attempt twice, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say. See you.
Bom, vamos pra Vergen então. O que é isso? Tô pesado? Ué? Beleza, vamos pra Vergen então. Tem que atravessar o nevoeiro. Quer dizer, eu acho que é pra Vergen, né? Fica do outro lado da névoa. Tem que procurar a ponta da lança antes. Zoltan, tu vai falar comigo, né, Zoltan?
Good to see you, you old rogue.
Why the long face, Sultan?
Everything's fucked.
The only sight worse than a sad dwarf is the sight of a very sad dwarf.
I don't suppose you have any vodka?
I see things are worse than I thought.
I feel like a monkey in a cage. Those pricks act as if they've never seen a dwarf before.
If you need a change of climate, come with me. I'm on my way to Vergen.
You say that as if you're going to the brothel round the corner. Forgetting about the spectres?
I may have amnesia, but I remember the curse.
Well, all I get around here is non-human midget and the like. And I've dwarven brethren on that side. Sure as shit, I'll take Saskia over that prick Hensel too. You really willing to help me cross?
Of course.
You know, Geralt, I have a feeling that Vergen's where I should be.
I get you. Let's go.
How do you plan to get through the fog? Thought it was suicide to venture into it.
Death Mold gave me a protective amulet.
Throw it out! I wouldn't touch anything belonging to that dick.
I had a choice. Navigate the fog with an amulet or without it. Seemed safer with.
You're the expert on that magic shite, I guess?
Just trust me and stay close.
Oh, what the hell. Better the devil you know. I'll come with you.
Deixa eu falar com Zivk. Deixa eu ver se eu acho ele, né? Nossa, tem baú aqui cheio, velho. Eu não vou pegar. Porque eu vou ficar pesado. Já tô pesado. Deixa eu soltar. Tá bom, não vou pegar mais nada não. Olha o Zivk aqui, Zivk. Ah, meu Deus, velho, todo mundo se parece com ele. Ah, ele tá sem chapéu. Ele me deu chapéu, velho.
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names too, though you got to earn that in battle. It's so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died. Many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
So long.
Ah, acho que não era isso que eu queria não. Vamos embora. Quem morreu? Meu Deus, de novo, velho. Esse cara tá me ferro, meu Deus, vai! Deixa eu salvar! Talvez essa seja a chance de pegar o fragmento. Vamos passar pela névoa, a névoa tá cheia de
tough crossing ahead of
E
us, Sultan.
coisas... Deixa eu ver se eu consigo usar o amuleto que me deram. Ou se já é equipado sozinho. Não tenho nem ideia. Né?
Looking to scare me now? We're going, and that's that.
E aí?
The Emperor is guiding us.
Pior que eu acho que não... Que não vai dar nem pra pegar, mano. Não tá parando de vir. Não tá parando de vir, bicho. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo me afastar. Nossa, eu tô morrendo agora que eu vi. Nossa, é tóxico aqui fora. Ah. Não vai dar pra pegar, mas não vai dar pra lutear não. Que porcaria. Esse negócio apertar pra cima é só uma finalização, tá? É, não para de vir. Vamos sair correndo então. Será que dá pra voltar? Não. Ele nem dropou, não foi? Nossa, eu morri de novo. Vai. Vamos continuar aqui. Quer dizer, vamos continuar pra onde? Será que é aqui? Mano, não foi daqui que a gente viu. Perdidaço. Nossa, seria tão bom se desse pra lutear, velho. Se eu ficar muito tempo parado. Essa é uma porcaria. Que porcaria. Você quer ser minha chance de lutear, velho. Tamo na neva ainda?
Fucking fog.
Look at it this way.
Ixi,
You'll be able to
não.
brag about seeing the ghostly
Nada
fog
hispânico.
from the inside for the rest of your life.
I'd rather brag about how I ploughed 3 wenches at once in my youth.
Chegamos em Vergen.
Edon! Stop! You're making a mistake!
A mistake? Interesting. There's a war on. Don't know if you've noticed. And wars are won by killing foes. Or do I have it all wrong?
The Witcher's a messenger. On his way to see Saskia.
Not your typical messenger.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we had to pass through an atypical fog in which your typical messenger would have shit just before he...
Enough! We'll not let you inside Vergen. But you can deliver your message to the commander of the watch. He's stationed by the town gates.
Ploughing typical elf. Come on, Geralt.
Que susto, pensei que ia ter que matar eles. Tá, chegamos em Vergen. Ah, meu Deus. Vamos falar com os guardas. Pra cá mesmo, né? É, os outros tá indo, então vamos atrás. Felizmente não deu pra lutear. Opa. É pra dar esse loot? Infelizmente não deu pra lutear o fragmento da armadura Dragul. Que isso aqui? Interessante, interessante. Tem nada pra lutear aqui? Pra que existe isso aí então? Falar com quem? Ah, ó, o Zanão brabo.
Why, it's Geralt of Rivia and Zoltan Chive. Pinch me, burden, for I believe I've dozed off while on duty.
Could be an illusion, eh? Or some spectres from the battlefield have lost their way. Maybe we ought to tickle them with an axe, just to be sure.
I'm afraid there's no mage out there who can conjure up the Witcher's mug, nor the aroma of Zoltan's beer-soaked beard.
Yarpin Zigrin. Lice eat me if I'm not delighted to see that horrid mug of yours.
This lad here's scaling burden. Geralt, what are you doing standing there as if you've swallowed a halberd? Got a hug for an old mate?
Greetings. Triss has told me a lot about you.
Wee Marigold? Ha! How is the lass? Let me tell you, Scalen, this here Witcher's the very embodiment of chivalry. All the Selkirks of the world can't hold a candle to him. And you know why?
No, but I got a feeling we're about to find out.
I'm afraid we're in too big a hurry to stop and reminisce. We're here on important business. I have to see Saskia.
To what end?
To dispel the mist of wraiths, I need a few magic artifacts.
What's Saskia got to do with that?
Her sword is one of those items.
And what do you suggest I do? Yorvith and Saskia banned us from letting strangers in. And here are two old mates come over from the other side who want just that. A lose-lose situation if ever I've seen one.
That ought to be easy to get around.
Cow pies ought to be easy to get around, yet we don't always succeed.
I'm staying here, Yarpin. I want to join you, enlist. Will you have me in the Dwarven Brigade?
Will I have you, Chiefy? Will I plough and have you? Why, I'll make you fucking commander, you cocksucker! Problem solved. Scalen, you're my witness. Zoltan's no longer a stranger.
Aha.
All right. Now I'll introduce you to Saskia, and you can try to clarify the story with a sword for her. Or whatnot.
Don't you fret about the sword, Geralt. I promise to ascend to the fucking heights of oratory. Be soft as a mink, cautious as a novice strumpet. I'll get you that blade if I have to shave my beard off.
All right then. See that, Scalen? We were headed for a tragedy.
Now we're headed for a comedy.
Ah, youth these days, lacking hope and heart. You know what Zoltan and I saw at Brenna, lad? To us, there's no such thing as the impossible.
Any idea where I might find the Dun banner?
Try the Netherworld. The whole unit was cut down during the battle 3 years ago.
I meant the unit's standard, which symbolizes death.
Ah, that makes it a lot easier. We buried it with the remains of the Kedwenis.
Where?
Just outside Vergen. I'll mark it on your map as the road could get confusing. Strange things are afoot in those crypts, Witcher. Kedweni ghosts scaring off our folk. That would be normal since they were invaders. But one's some kind of amateur historian, asking all that venture there about the battle and the Dun banner.
I'll look into it. Thanks. Triss could be somewhere in this area.
The plague. I've not seen her 5 years, must be. Since that day, they proclaimed you dead. Last saw her in Rivia, in any case.
From what I've been able to establish, the Kingslayer forced her to teleport the two of them to this area, and she's not on the other side of the fog.
What did this Kingslayer look like?
A huge, bald witcher. Wears a medallion with a snake on it.
Sorry, Geralt. Doesn't even ring the tiniest bell, any of that.
I might know something. This drunk in Vergen claims he saw a redhead fall from the sky somewhere among the ravines. And then he said the sorceress Philippa Eilhart came around looking for this woman.
Shriveled old minx.
She sent her servant and some peasants to the ravines after her. But they came back empty-handed. Now Philippa's servant maid's gone, leaving the sorceress angry as a wasp. She even turned one of the plebs into a pig. I spoke to one of those peasants. He claims the lass was no servant, but an Nilfgaardian agent. And she apparently found something in those ravines. Maybe it was Triss. And maybe it was that witcher. Madame Eilhart, or the old minx as Yarpen calls her. Knows she's been duped and can't forgive herself for it.
Did the woman flee south, deeper into Eddard?
Fucking hell! She came out the main gate not more than an hour ago, headed straight for the fog. Thought she might be out to do some magic probing or whatnot.
She knew a bit of magic. She might have crossed.
I guess I need to visit Shillard when I get back. It's nice to talk to you all, but we've got
Pelo jeito Filipa tá aqui.
Ah, that's life. Open the gate. I've got to fetch me a certain sword.
Wait a minute. If by some miracle you obtain that cursed blade, I'd advise you not to parade it out the main gate past the squirrels.
Got another solution?
There's another passage. I'll mark it in the Witcher's map and show you myself. Sound all right to you?
It does. In the meantime, I'll look around for that flag.
Prime, I'd say.
Off we go then.
Então é isso, pessoal. Próximo vídeo a gente continua seguindo para a lança de Yahoo. É isso. Se você gostar, deixa o like, se inscreve no canal. Espero vocês lá no próximo vídeo. A gente continua da onde a gente parou. Valeu, falou, até mais.